there's a global absence of leadership. But I think on the continent, the challenge for Africa is a leadership crisis that is manifesting whether as corruption or elite capture or even the poor state of our economies. And one of the arguments that we make using this convening is that there is a disconnect between what we see in public leadership and traditional African values. And this erosion of African leadership values accounts for where we are as a people. We make the argument that a lot of our leaders have been trained using Western leadership constructs and models that is at variance with African traditional values. And we're making an attempt to reclaim traditional African values, integrate them into the curricula that is used to train leaders, but more importantly, socialize, whether it's young people or Africans from different extraction, on these values and what they represent and what they mean and the impact they can make on our daily lives.
Is this a world in which in the future every African child knows what good leadership looks like intrinsically? I think for projects like this to really matter to African people, they have to be the defining project. There's a poet that said, the goal of the artist is to create the definitive work that cannot be surpassed. So the question is this the definitive project on leadership philosophy that cannot be surpassed? I think as you present it, it should feel that way. We should be in that world. We should see the outcome. We should see the future 10 years from now. What happened? How did we get into the cultural space? How did we teach people about leadership? What were the numbers? What were the outcomes? What were the movies? It's there in the project, but there's a difference between seeing something that reads academically or feels alive. And then this is the project that will make it happen.
When it comes to organization, when we want to invest in changing mindset or informing a behavioral change or building new norms, we have to look at these from the point of organizing to build a movement that lasts beyond one generation. These philosophies are nice and fancy, but we also know that they have, over a long period of time, some of them have been misinterpreted or misconstrued. So can we begin now investing in shared story? We're going to be contesting with a lot of ideologies, and religion is one. When we think about pre-colonial times, I hope we're not forgetting that even religion was an instrument of colonization. And so when we're having conversations on African philosophies, we must, even as religious people, be honest enough to have that conversation without religious sentiments. A lot of our cultures were very big on humanity and love and care and courage and building together. And so for me, that conversation around the shared story must also involve internalizing what these values mean to us, because we here are now the new embodiment of these philosophies and values.
There's hope for Africa from this engagement. Africa is the youngest continent, and I'd just like to encourage all the people here that the responsibility for Africa is for no one else but Africans. Our takeaway here should not be a matter of theory. The mind, once stretched by a new idea, should not return to its original dimension. So it must be growth from this engagement. I always say that we need to identify a leadership style that works for Africa. We have allowed for too long people who oppressed us to dictate how we should lead ourselves. That is why we must begin to promote reforms that reflect our culture, our traditions. Africa still has strong people. All we need is action, and Africa still has passionate people that can revive the Pan-African spirit.